Previously on Voices of Childcare.
Well, we went from having 150 children here every day to having 8 children.
You think about your coworkers, you think about how they're gonna make it.
But what is so wonderful is that the things that you really want to be the same are the same, and that's the children.
We have children of doctors, we have children of police officers, we have children of people in the politics. So if we weren't open, where would their children go?
All right, ready? I'm gonna press the spinner again. Let's see what we land on. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna ask a friend. Let's see, Miss Violet, can you go to the screen? Can you tell us what color did it land on? Red, and red has the number 8, and the number 8 is high knees. You remember how to do high knees? Yes. Put your hands out front, and you're gonna jump and try to touch the bottom of your hands, okay? Let's see him. Good job, Eric. Good job. Let me see those high knees. Esther, let me see yours. I saw you.
You don't maintain their focus pretty much. They really, with the teachers have to find a way, even when you're in person with the children, you have to find a way to make it engaging and fun, and you have to find a way to make the children want to participate. So what they were doing is they were making it fun, they were singing songs, they had a lot of picture cards, a lot of visuals for them to get them engaged in the screen that they were looking at.
Bus goes open and shut, open and shut. The doors in the bus goes open and shut all through the town.
When we first furloughed all of our staff, 2 of our teachers volunteered to still do the Zoom classes from home. So they were home, not being paid, and they were still volunteering to hold Zoom classes so that they can still interact with their children and they could still have the children interact with their peers. When we were here, we were giving them time to prep and giving them time to focus on the Zoom classes, but they were doing it at home. So they were going online, they were looking up activities, because we've never done a virtual childcare center, and it's not really easy to do. Having toddlers and preschoolers on a FaceTime group call with 17 different families was very interesting, but the main focus of it was they were seeing their friends' faces and they were saying hi to each other, and it was almost like we were together, but we were still apart.
The schools were closing and stuff, and places were being shut down and closing. It was it's really serious, because the whole town's being shut down basically.
I come here every day, have a great time with the kids, play games, help them with homework, teach them about life, and it's more or less the same right now. It's just a lot smaller, a lot more going on, because so many of my after-schoolers have their own work from school, and they're relying on me and my coworkers to not necessarily teach them, but help them. Yeah, teach them but mainly help them stay on track. Do what they have to do, make sure they're still learning everything they would be if they were at school.
I've done online learning. Speaking from experience, I don't like it. We did do some Zoom stuff with him, and I thought that was great that the center offered that. But I think in person, you can't replace the in-person connections, the socialization that you get from having the peer-on-peer interaction. So it is good. I don't think they should discontinue that. I think anything that can promote positive values in kids and in parents alike is something they should keep. But in-person interaction is very much needed.
Maybe for a child who is tech savvy, it's great. Not every child is tech savvy. My daughter, for example, she was a visual learner. She needed a teacher to actually show her what to do. If a teacher read something to her, she didn't really get it. So what happens to all the children that have special needs? What is happening to those children right now? They're not getting their services that they need, So can they do distance learning? No. They cannot. They actually need a therapist to sit with them and help them step by step so they can develop to where they need to be. They need a different way of learning, not a screen.
We usually don't use our computers a lot, but now we're using that a lot. So I don't have a lot of time with our teacher because we only have 45 minutes with her. But we have meetings and stuff so we can see her. And also, you can email your teacher if you want to talk to her. And sometimes people stay after the meeting to talk to her. But it's kind of harder than actually being at school because you don't have people to help you straight away, and you can't just raise your hand and they can come over.
I mean, I kind of don't like it since you don't have your teachers to help you. You only have them to remind you to do stuff in the Google Meets.
I definitely think, we're more essential than I think people deem us. I've had people ask, you're still going to work? Yes. if doctors and nurses and lawyers and everyone need to go to work, where are their children going to be? They don't want to send them to grandma and grandpa. They don't want to have a babysitter, somebody from the outside come in. So they trust us. They know we take the precautions. They know we're cleaning and sanitizing every day. At nap time, I'm sure you guys have filmed nap time. You see us cleaning, mopping, everything. So we're taking every single safety precaution to make sure that these parents can trust us and feel safe with their children here.
I had COVID. It was a little difficult. We were in quarantine, we were coughing, sneezing. But then after quarantine, we were a little better. Well, I had to use my inhaler a lot. I kind of felt a little frightened, but I told myself it's okay. That was when I was in quarantine.
I know, doctors and nurses are putting their life on the line, but they need to know that their children are safe as well. They need to know that they have a place to bring their children.
My mom had to go to work. She's a social worker.
Oh yeah, my mom works she used to work at the hospital. She still works in the hospital.
Do you know where mommy works?
Mm-hmm.
Where she works?
He works at the shop. He take care of people.
I'm proud of my mom for saving lives.